Got the new M4 exhaust. Getting ready to switch out the stock system and 2011 GSXR 1000. Yeah, I'll do my wife's first and then mine. No, I'm not gonna. Let's take a look. Now it's time to tackle mine. Yep. This is what she looks like now. Let's check her out half hour later. Alright, first thing we gotta do is take off the stock exhaust. We gotta take off these screws. We gotta take off this. Gotta take off this screw. This screw. No, I'm sorry, not this screw, but this screw. And this screw on each side. And then on the other side, we're gonna have to take off the brake pedal, but I'll show you that in detail once I get there. This is for the 2011 GSXR 1000, switching over from stock exhaust to M4 GP exhaust. After loosening up the screws, you take this one off. Careful that the exhaust will just fly down by itself. And then this one that you loosen up and you slip it off. Simple as that. First, exhaust is off. So again, this screw that's on the exhaust, the connectors here. We're going to take this screw off so we could take the catalytic converter off, as well as this screw here, and the same thing on the other side. This screw here must also go. And we'll do these on each side, and then you slide the catalytic converter out. Now, since I know I will be getting rid of the pegs, and I'm working on the left side, I might as well just go ahead and take the pegs off. So in order to do that, I just got to remove these two screws here. Everything is under Loctite, so they're a little tight. But we'll get those out right now. Alright. Foot pegs are gone. On the left side, exhaust removed. On the left side, give the bike that clean look without foot pegs and the exhaust. Now we're going to move on to the other side, and we're going to do the same thing, but this time we also need to remove these two screws so we could take off the brake peg in order to install the new exhaust system. And we're going to take off these screws, and let's see what we could see in the bottom here. I'll take off the oxygen sensor right here. We're going to install it back a little later. And the other screw, you can't see it, but I'll get to it later. Alright, foot pegs gone on the right side. And rear foot pegs. Exhaust is gone. Now I'm going to go ahead and remove these screws, the ones at the bottom, and take out the catalytic converter. Okay, now that I removed the foot peg, the only screw the only screw that we had to remove for the fairing is right here. That's just to give you a little room. And now we gotta go and get under here and remove these three screws so you could actually see at the bottom where you will be removing the other screws. As a matter of fact, I'm going to try and see if I could get it out without removing these 3 screws. I'll give it a shot. Alright, now that I removed this screw, remove the oxygen sensor, you notice I didn't have to take these screws out. Then all I gotta do now is slide the catalytic converter out. So I'll do that now, and I'll be back. And there it is. Catalytic converter's out. Took a little wiggling, but not much. And it's out. There's what it looks like without anything. And now it's time to put on the catalytic, slip-on. But I gotta get me some Stella first. Let me get me my Stella. Yeah, baby. Actually, before putting on the exhaust, remember from my wife's bike, this little metal insert here that's going to go behind the foot peg, it's a pain in the ass to get in there because the room behind here is very, very tight. As a matter of fact, this is where my wife's hand came in handy, and we were able to get it on her bike. So naturally, I'm going to do the same and get her to get it in there for me. And we're going to put this on first, leave the exhaust off so you have enough room to maneuver, because it's going to be a tight installation. Okay, now that the foot peg is back on with the black metal insert to connect to the exhaust, which you could see right here, I'm going to go ahead and now connect the O2 sensor right there. But for that, I'm going to need this that they provided here from M4, and then this is going to go in between the exhaust and the plate, and then this goes to hold on the exhaust and the middle pipe, and then that should be it. Now the one thing I do, guys, is that I put Loctite on all my screws. As you know, the bike comes with Loctite, so I put Loctite back on all the screws and then tighten them back up so it can't loosen up. Alright, that's it, guys. M4 installation completed. My 2011 GSXR 1000. Now, because it is now 9:30 and I don't want to piss off my neighbors, I cannot or will not start it right now and make the noise, but rest assured that this is to be continued. Actually, I know I should at least test it. I'm just gonna start it. One quick little start. No red. There you go. Beautiful sound. Alright, installation on both GSXRs 2011. Mine and wifey's. All in one night. All in about half-hour piece. Very easy process. Simple installation. And it worked out price. Later.